Hey everyone, the time has come for our end of the month money moves for July. It's time to find out how much we saved with our Christmas and July challenges. And let's see what other challenges we finished through the month, and let's send it all to our sinking funds. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Laura. I'm a teacher, a mom, a budgeter. We use a zero-based budgeting system, sinking funds and savings challenges like all of these here to help us stay on track with our finances and to help us reach our financial goals. I also primarily use prop money in my budgeting systems. So if these are things that interest you, definitely take a minute, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a future video. All right, here we go. Here's the stash of completed challenges for July. This is definitely long awaited here. We are well into August and I'm overdue here for my end of the month money moves for July, but let's get into it. We have a lot of challenges here that are all going to Christmas from our Christmas and July challenges with our monthlies. So I'm going to go ahead and put these off to the side completely, and let's first work with our other challenges that are not Christmas focused, and then we'll go ahead and randomize those that need to be. We also need to fill in our chart as well. I think that's everything for Christmas. We've got our chart here also to fill in to see how much we saved with the different areas that we use savings challenges for. So let's go ahead and get going. Maybe our mini Mondays or in our freebie Fridays is a good place to start. And then I think we just have two others that are going to be randomized, and everything else is Christmas in July. So this is my tracker here that I've been using for 2025, just tracking all of the different types of savings challenges that I am completing and seeing what we finished for the month and coming up with a grand total. It'll be neat to see at the end of the year as well how much we were able to save with savings challenges. So starting off with our mini Mondays here. Now my mini Mondays challenges do get stuffed right away after they are complete, so you won't see the money here. It's all been reallocated already, but I still do like to track to see how much we are able to save. Same thing goes with our freebie Fridays. So let's go ahead and get the calculator out and start giving these a count. First challenge here is from Scrubbed Sparrow Saves. It saved us $11. And then we've got one here with Life With Me, Eileen, for $20. We've got a challenge here from the Mrs. Champion that was also $20. I've got PR Money Roll here for $16. And we've got one of my challenges, TeacherMomBudgets, for $20. I think we're going to have a big number this month with our mini Mondays. All right, I've got $15 here from Restoration by Autumn. And then we've got one here from Nurse Court Budgets for $20. And then lastly, Budgeting in a Fairy Tale for $13, which gives us a total of $135. So let's go ahead and write that in here, $135. Yep, that looks like our biggest savings for mini Mondays so far. We are already off to a fantastic start. Looking at my previous months, $135 is my biggest total that I have had. My second biggest was in February, which was $123. So we were really consistent with our savings with mini Mondays. Also, we had a little bit more money to work with through the summer months. And so not surprised that this is a big total for our mini Mondays. And that is a great way to start. Super excited to see that. Let's go ahead and get into our freebie Friday challenges now. Also, this money again has already been reallocated, but I do like to track it to see how much we were able to save. So I've got a $12 here with Budgeting with Lisa. We've got Sarah Saves 07 for another $12. And then a Life With Me Eileen for $12 as well. So $36. So freebie Fridays. Yeah, not a huge total here with our freebie Fridays, but that's okay. It's still money that has been saved and still money that has been allocated. I think I did miss a Friday or two in the month of July. I did some traveling, so not a huge number here comparison to previous months, but you know, I think it definitely ebbs and flows with these savings challenges. Some months end up being big numbers and other months are not, and that's okay. It's still money that is saved. So our mini Mondays and our freebie Friday challenges have been tallied. I'm going to go ahead and put these back into my challenge bag. So I think now after I finish challenges on Mondays and Fridays, I've been keeping them just in an extra envelope with my challenges. So I think I'll go ahead and kind of clip them here to these little category titles so that I can keep everything finished in one place. All right, let's take a look at what's next here. I know I don't have anything completed here for Tiny Wins Wednesday. Tinies came back recently. So so excited. I'm doing them on Tuesdays now, so no longer on Wednesdays, but they're still tinies. Maybe in August we'll be able to have a total of something finished for those. I do have a Letterbucks savings challenge that was finished in July. So we were able to finish a G-Bucks, which is $25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So one Letterbucks challenge was able to be finished, which is pretty typical. If we do finish any Letterbucks challenge, it's usually one. We actually finished 2 back in January, but pretty typical if we do finish a Letterbucks, it is usually just 1. So that is exciting, and this money will be randomized. I'm going to just put it off to the side here so we don't forget to do that. And then lastly, I do have another challenge to get randomized here, and that is our collab that I was a part of, my Christmas in July group play collab, where I saved $1 for every channel that I was able to watch at least 50 videos for to help support this amazing group. I will have everyone linked in the description down below, all of the challenges, this group collab as well. Everyone will be linked down below so you can go and head over to their channels and support them. Head over to Ko-fi shops and all the things to be able to support these creators. So in this collab here, I was able to save $5, $10, $11, $12, $13, and $14. I'm just going to put that over here at other. So we have $14 from a collab that we finished for July. So we do have a little bit of money here to randomize. Let's go ahead and see what we have total here to randomize, because everything else is going to Christmas. Move that out of the way. We've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, and 39. $39 here to go ahead and randomize. So I think we'll count up our Christmas in July challenges first here, and then we'll go ahead and randomize this money into the other sections. So let's go ahead and grab all of our Christmas in July challenges. Let's get my little bucket of paper clips here too, that we can continue to throw them in. And drum roll, let's see what we were able to save for Christmas with our monthly challenges. Now I always have a monthly theme going for my monthly challenges. August is back to the books, and typically that money that I save for my monthly challenges goes to my other 8 categories in my high yield savings account. Because I use prop money, that money is transferred into my high yield, into my savings challenge category. I love to play these games, and then as they finish, the envelope then tells me what category I'm going to make that transfer here at the end of the month. Now, for July and Christmas in July, we decided that for my monthlies, everything that finished was going straight to Christmas. So it's going to go into my holidays category, specifically just for Christmas. So let's go ahead and see what we saved with our monthlies. Now you'll notice that some of these challenges are not fully finished, because for my last cash stuffing for my monthly challenges, I just close out the challenge. I don't worry about having it finished. We just pull the money because I love to start the month with a new theme. So starting off here, we have $3 from Anna Banana Budgets, and I think I'm just going to use my cash tray temporarily here to be able to house all this money here. This is a challenge from myself, TeacherMomBudgets, for $9. So we've got our $9 there. Let's go ahead and separate it. We'll make this a little bit easier here. We've got a challenge from Budgeting with Lisa. I love this one, mid-year report, still naughty. That was $15. So we've got a 10 and a 5. Next one here, we've got Overthinking and Budgeting. That was for $12. So 10 and 12. We've got a Christmas in July for $14 here from Plan to Save Designs. So we've got our 14. Moving on to Angela Marie 888. This was $7. One that, again, we just pulled at the end of the month. Some of these first ones here were just pulled. They weren't fully finished. We've got $5 here from Savvy Girl Saves. And then we've got one here from Nurse Corp Budgets for $8. I loved all of these challenges. Participating in Christmas in July was so much fun. I've got $20 here from Sarah Saves 07. You know, in here, I'm putting all my paper clips, just throwing them over there when I have my container waiting for them. I've got another $20 here from myself, a challenge I created from TeacherMomBudgets. And then we've got $16 here from Melissa Manages. So we've got our 16 here, and I loved watching everyone's Christmas in July. It was so much fun. $20 here from Dawn Budgets. Now we're getting into the challenges that were fully completed for the month. Another $20 here from Overthinking and Budgeting. So creative, all of these challenges. $16 here from Savvy Girl Saves. We're getting close here to the end. What's our grand total going to be for Christmas? $10 here from Cash Budget Retiree, $10, all towards Christmas. $15 here from floating funds. And we've got all 5s in that one. And a couple last ones here, $12 for from a challenge from Simply Made. So we've got $12 here. And last and finally, $15 from Dawn's Sunrise Budgeting. So if I counted this correctly, that gives us a total of $237 completed with our monthly challenges for Christmas in July. Let's go ahead and do a quick double check here and make sure that I am right. Okay, 237 is the number. That is what we were able to save with our monthly challenges with Christmas in July. That is amazing. One of my biggest totals here, looks like my only total that was bigger was back in January. We were able to save a little bit more money through the summer months as well. So that is amazing. $237 finished with my Christmas in July challenges, and that is all going to Christmas. That is amazing. Let's go ahead and give this a quick count and make sure that we do in fact have the 237. So we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200, 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. It is all working out. $237 going straight to Christmas. I'm going to clip this together here so that I know that this is in our holidays section, but it's all going to go to Christmas. And now let's go ahead and randomize the other money that we have here too. And let's see where the rest of this is going to go. And real quick here, before we do that, let's go ahead and give ourselves a total here. So I don't have any completed group plays for the month, no additional games here. So my total here is going to be 135 plus 25, 36, 237, and 14. So my grand total with savings challenges for the month of July was 447. That is a huge month for me. That is so exciting. I cannot wait to see what the future months are going to bring here too as we wrap up the year. And that monthly with the Christmas in July, oh my goodness, I cannot believe that. $237 going straight to Christmas. That is awesome. All right, let's go ahead and put this off to the side here. We've got a little bit of money here that we need to randomize into our other areas. Let's go ahead and bring my cash tray over. I have all of the labels here for the 8 different categories that we use in our high yield savings account. Again, because we use prop money, when we make those transfers, it goes into our savings challenge category. And then at the end of the month here, when we make our money moves, we randomize any money that we have, or if we have something specifically dedicated like we do today with Christmas, we then go ahead and make those transfers from our savings challenge category to these other categories. I love to use this little tally page here that I created to be able to know what transfers I need to make from our savings challenge category to the other categories in our high yield. So we'll fill this out as well. So how much did we have again? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, $39 here. Okay, let's go ahead. You know what? I think we're going to roll. Let's roll the 8-sided die because we have 8 categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Did you notice if you've watched any of my previous end of the month money moves, I now have an 8-slotted cash tray. So we're able to have all 8 categories in the tray now instead of emergency just sort of hanging out in the back there. But let's roll our 8-sided die. We've got 8 categories and let's see where this other money is going to go. So category 1, and you know what? Maybe we should we try to mix up some of these 5s a little bit? We have more 5s than anything else. So really much of this is going to end up getting a 5. So we got a number 1. Let's go ahead and put that in family. They get the first 5. Number 7, travel, just gets a lonely dollar. Number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's holidays to get a 5. Number 4 again to get another 5. And number 6, let's see, that's vehicles, will get $1 here. Number 2, we'll go ahead, pets get $5. Number 3, education. Wow, everything's getting a little bit of something, which is exciting. 4, holidays is going to get another $1 here. Slide that in there. And number 3, education is going to get another 5. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is home getting a $5 bill. And lastly is going to be travel. That's going to get another $1. Poor emergency fund didn't get anything today. Wah, wah, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and get a total now here for all of these categories so I know what transfers I need to make. Starting with family, we have $5 here in our family category, and we'll go ahead and put these in our sinking funds in a minute. We've got $5 that's going to go to pets. So these other categories aren't getting much love here. 5 and 10 for education because we dedicated all of our monthlies to Christmas in July to go to Christmas. So we have $237 plus another $11 here. So we have $248 that's going into holidays. Now we'll decide probably to put this $11 into another category other than Christmas. We've got $5 that is going into home. And then we've got just $1 going into vehicles, a lonely dollar, and then we have $2 that is going to travel, and nothing is going to emergencies. Let's give this a quick total here. 5, 5, 10, 248, 5, 1, and 2. So that gives me a total of $276. So I'm going to be transferring $276 out of my savings challenge category into these other categories. I can double check and make sure that I am accurate here by adding up the totals that I have in that prop money that is in that high yield savings account. So we had $25 for letterbucks, $237 for our monthly challenges, and then $14 here for our collab. $276 is what we got on the calculator, and that's what we have here. So everything is matching, which is perfect. So now I know what transfers I need to make as we go ahead and move this money into those sinking funds within these categories. Let's go ahead and stuff this cash now into these sinking funds within these categories that we have, starting with family. So we have $5 here in my binders. If you have not seen this yet, I have different category placeholders here for those other 8 categories that we like to use in our high yield for our savings challenges. Within that category, though, we have multiple envelopes of the different things that we like to save for. So in our family category, we have an envelope for each of our daughters, and then we have an envelope saving for summer softball and then for season passes. I love this system of having my sinking funds separate within the category. Now, when I go into my high yield savings account, I'll see a total for what we have for our family category, but I love to know what is individually each in these sinking funds within that category. So we've got $5 here. You know what? We're going to go ahead and throw it into, let's go ahead and throw it into summer softball. That is a fee that comes up in the wintertime for our daughter's summer softball league. So that gives us a little bit of a start there, as we'll need to be saving for that in the future here. Next up is our pets category, and again, multiple envelopes in that category. We got vet visits, dog care when we go on vacation. We'd love to have a breed test done on one of our pups, and then just another general pets needs. We've got $5 here. We're going to go ahead and put it into, let's go ahead and put it into dog care vacation visits. We don't have anything planned, but I do believe we're going to be out of town just for a day for one of our kids' activities in the next couple of months. So we'll probably need some help with our pups because we're going to be gone from like morning to evening, the full day. Too long for them to be on their own in the house. So that gives us a little bit of a boost to start saving for that. And moving right along to education, we have our education envelope. Education's getting $10 here today. We've got envelopes here for registration fees, extracurriculars, and I think I'm going to throw this into extracurriculars. I do believe there are some activity fees that will probably be popping up here that we need to start saving for as well. So we'll go ahead and add that $10 there. That's going to do it for this binder. We'll move that off to the side. Let's grab our next one here, which is going to be holidays. So we have an additional $11 for holidays. Let's kind of flip to the holidays that are coming up here. See, Labor Day. I'm not going to worry about Labor Day this year. I don't think we're going to be doing anything super special. So let's go ahead. I'm going to throw this actually into Halloween. So we've got $11 going into Halloween here. We do have some money that we're going to set aside for Halloween in the next couple of weeks as well, but let's go ahead and put that there. And then Christmas is where the bulk of this money is going to go. So $237 is what we said for our Christmas money. I am going to go ahead and we're going to condense this. I've got sort of my bank here on the side. So we're going to condense so that we can save this money here. So we have 2, let's see, we need 35, and then we need 6 and 7. So 237 is what we saved with our monthlies, with our Christmas in July challenges. Let's go ahead and make sure, whoops, you know what? I'm 100 short. 235. We've got 100, 200, 20, 30, 35, 36, and 37. 237 here that we're going to go ahead and put into Christmas. Now, this is not all that we have saved for Christmas. I do complete a Save 2025 and 2025 as just part of my routine cash stuffing every pay period, and that primarily takes care of Christmas and holiday spending for us. But I would love to be at a point where I didn't have to use that 2025 challenge for Christmas. Now, this will give us a little bit of extra, so maybe we don't have to use all of it for the holiday season. And I'm looking forward to, in the future, hopefully not having to rely on that 2025 and being able to reallocate that at the end of the year to other places. But for right now, it is sort of our main holiday spending fund. But now we've got $237 that we also can use for the holidays, and then maybe have that extra money from our 2025 when that finishes at the end of the year, and that's really exciting. Moving on to our next category, which is home. We've got $5 that is going into our home category. HOA fees is a non-negotiable. It gets paid every pay period. Let's go ahead and put this into home repairs. Now, I do go ahead and make sure that all of my envelopes are accurate with what I see in my account. So again, when I log into my high yield, I will see a total for my home category as an example. And each month I do make it a point to go through and I use a spreadsheet, add up all of my envelopes, and do make sure that my totals are accurate with what I see in the account with my prop money here. So home repairs, we went ahead and added that little bit of money here. So now it has 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. You know what? While we're here, let's do some condensing as well. My goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go ahead and grab a 10 here for these ones. I've got my bank off to the side. And then what else can we do here to streamline this a little bit? Let's go ahead and grab a 20 with that 10 and 2 5s. And then that condenses this a little bit, which is great. So that is awesome in home repairs. This is definitely a slow build, but we are getting there. And one more binder here for this money that we get to reallocate. We've got just a little bit, just a lonely dollar that we get to add to our vehicles category. Let's go ahead, we're going to throw it in home repairs. I think this needs some condensing too. We can do that. So home repairs now has 50, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. Are you kidding me? All right, we're doing it. We're stealing $1 from travel, and we're going to make that a flat 100 that we can go ahead and put 100 in there. Let me do a double check. Okay, I am right. That is $100 here. We're stealing that $1 from travel here. We're going to save those ones in our other bills, and we're going to put $100 in car repairs. That actually feels really good to be able to have $100 in car repairs. Again, kind of a slow build. We've just been putting little amounts at the end of every month with our end of the month money moves with the money that we have saved with savings challenges, and here we are. We've grown it to $100. That is amazing. We've got one lonely dollar here that's supposed to go into vacations, but you know what? We're going to put a drop in the bucket into one of our emergency funds. Might as well, right? We've got our pet emergency fund, home, and car, as well as our overall 1,000. We don't have any travel plan. We're all headed back to school. There's nothing on the horizon, so might as well put that drop in a bucket into our emergency fund. We are working towards adding $1,000 to our main emergency fund. This was initially a goal for 2025. We have shifted that because we're trying to pay off one of our vehicles at this point. So we've kind of put this goal on the back burner, but it's still something we're working towards. Let's see what we have here. 50, 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, and 85. Let's go ahead and condense here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, we're saving lots of ones here today too, which is great. So 50, 60, 60, 70, 80, 85. And again, this is money that has strictly come from our savings challenges that we have finished every month. And it's just little amounts, just $1 that we added. And it really does add up over time. So we're excited to see that continue to build. And that's going to do it for our end of the month money moves for July. Christmas in July, what a huge win for the month. That is really exciting. Our budget will be shifting and changing here as we enter the fall. It's what always happens with the back to school season for us. There's just some different expenses that we take care of during the school year that we don't have during the summer. So we'll definitely, of course, still be saving money and using our savings challenges to help us reach our goals, but knowing that our totals might not be as great as we saw here in July. But still curious to see how well we're able to do in August, as well as for the remaining months of 2025, and then to have the grand totals and see what we're able to save in each of these areas for the entire year. That's going to be really exciting. I appreciate y'all spending a little bit of time with me here today to see my end of the month money moves for July. Christmas in July was an absolute blast. I'm so excited to have participated this year with that and have been able to support and watch so many of you also working on Christmas in July challenges. If you haven't yet subscribed here and you enjoyed this video, take a moment, please hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you along on this journey. Don't forget, of course, to hit the thumbs up like button and leave me a comment down below as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, be well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.